Hi everyone. Now that hopefully you guys got the time to actually go through the rest of my testimony, if you haven't, go ahead and make sure you check that out first before you check this out. For some reason, part one isn't showing up on the list like it's supposed to, but if you go through my playlist, it's on there. I'm also going to redo my my opening video eventually. I might have to decide when I'm going to do that yet. Anyways, on this video, I figured I would kind of go through some of the reasons why I chose to follow and the different signs and stuff that he's given me for revelation, that it truly is the Holy Spirit that I talk to, along with some of with the bad things. I have the good as well. The reason why I reached out to people and stuff like that. So there was a couple instances in my testimony that I forgot to mention, and they are very important. So back when I said I was just walking around at my mom's house, when I was trying to reacclimate to, I was just happy to be free. I was happy to feel safe, not get attacked anymore. I was walking around and a voice came through and it said, if you can have any spiritual gift, which one would you want? I said, I want to help people. I'd like to help people. I think exactly like that. At that moment is when this electrical, fiery, tingling sensation shot through my body, and it shot down into my right arm, and it's been there ever since. Sometimes the voice literally talks to me, and he's made it tingly. He's made it fire. Different ways. He also tells me that when I feel this sensation, that will be how I know if I try to cast a demon out or other things, how I would know that it would actually work or not is when that sensation is happening, when it's on fire. Now, if any other people do deliverances or healings or anything like that, and maybe if that is a sign, I would be interested to know. So, aside from that, there was a moment, which I said in my written story, but I didn't say it in my testimony yet. I forgot. So there was a moment where I was helping my mom drive to go get her eyes checked. She couldn't drive because she was getting some eye work done. And we drove up there, and as she's inside doing that, I'm outside. And this voice came through. And it said, why do you choose to worship a God that you cannot see, but you won't worship me? And I'm here now, and you see me and hear me. To this, I sat there for a minute, and I said, look around. The proof, I don't need to see or hear my God to know that he exists. The proof of his creation is all around. To that, he got quiet and said that was the best answer he's heard in a long time. It didn't talk to me much after that. If it did, it wasn't nothing really. They're always talking, but it's just points that I actually remember, that actually are key points. If you guys watched through the testimony, it was chaotic, but there was a lot of points where I feel like I was tested. All the different outlets, and it was always, am I going to choose to sacrifice myself, possibly, or am I going to choose the people? It was always a person, the people, or me, always. So maybe they were testing my humility, me being humble. I don't know. Aside from that, I just had a thought. What was it? Let me think for a minute. Oh yeah, another test that I forgot to mention was when they said the test was to make the world just. I had to go through, in my dreams, I saw these beings. Like I said, dreams, I saw these floating heads. In real life, I heard them. I saw blurs. I was led to believe that these people were being, I don't know what to say, imprisoned by these spiritual beings, I guess you could say, in a dimension they didn't want to be in. And I realized very quickly that all these different spiritual beings didn't seem like good entities. So I decided I was going to kill them. I was going to kill them and set the spiritual people free from whatever this was. Because whatever this was didn't sound godly. It wasn't being good. These guys felt like they were in bondage. So I wrote down a list of all the different gods. There was like 6 or 7 of them total. I started trying to kill and exile them. And I realized some of the other gods were bringing them back to life. And it came to the point where I had to do it in a certain order in order to completely get rid of them. For the test anyway. I'm not saying I did in general, but for the test. And I believe that was a major testing moment. You know, I literally have these floating heads over here threatening to hurt me in the midst of fighting these spirit that's over there physically affecting me. Physically, mentally, emotionally affecting me. Even then, I still took the time to always help the people. There was another moment when I told you guys towards the end about all the supposed thoughts getting thrown into my head. I started feeling this major pressure in my head where I was so mad. And that's when I was talking about these entities being evil. I decided, for whatever reason, I was going to take all these spirits, because I was led to believe these spirits were trying to go into people. But they couldn't. They were trapped. Trapped in this gel dimension is what it seemed like. So I did a command to try to send all these spirit people to the earth. And then I was going to try to wipe out this clone of the spiritual realm, gel, whatever it was. So I tried to do a command to erase that place. When I did that, all the thoughts and stuff I supposedly put into a caveat in the spiritual realm started to come back to my head. And it started hurting really bad again. So I quickly reversed that decision. And I'm not sure what that was. I don't think I actually did anything, but it was like kind of a warning of I didn't do it, so maybe I failed that test. I don't know. Or maybe they're trying to scare me, So I had another dream that I probably will post a video about. 2 really. And I'm gonna make videos directly on them, but I'll go ahead and add them here now too, because I believe that they're important. And there's a few of them. So the first one I had was a vision. I was sitting in my car, closed my eyes, and after a while I start seeing this vision. And I see this person. I don't know who they are. They're just walking. They're walking from right to left, going this way. And as they're walking, I start seeing little dust bunnies form. And as they start tumbling, and they start rolling to the left, rolling, it ends up being this big, dirty dust bunny, is what it looks like, of a person. And as they're rolling, I see this hole open up in the ground. And this person rolls right into the hole. And they start falling down. And as they fall down, I see these black, purple, and red demonic faces all around this darkness as this person's falling down the ground. And they're laughing at them. And maybe it's basically just like a bunch of laughing faces in this darkness. And this person falls all the way down. Boom. Into this very dark area where there's a table. And these demons, it's like you fell, like, not on the table, but like around the table. And these demons are like around this table. Almost like they're like making fun at the Last Supper. And they're just laughing at this human. And they're cackling, and for some reason, it veered off over to the left. And over to the left, there was this black and purple portal. And I clearly saw a long list of like rappers and celebrities walking through this portal like they're normal. And then they walk through this portal, and you clearly see like a demon like take possession of them, and then they just take off. They go off the other direction. And this is a huge portal of this happening. And then that was the end of that dream. I took that, in my interpretation, I can't say for sure, I took that as somebody that's walking through life. They're trying to walk through life, and they start stumbling. Then they start having issues after issues, and maybe they start blaming God, maybe they start veering away, then they fall down this hole. This, I believe, is where they decide to take these contracts and these deals that allow these demons to influence or possess these people. And it's letting me know that a lot of the entertainment industry, a lot of the music industry, a lot of the celebrities are being influenced, possessed, or demonized by demons. And that was the end of that dream. And then just about a few weeks ago, I was at work. I was tired, so tired. I decided to leave a little bit early. I'm still very tired. I go out to my car and I sit there for a minute with my eyes closed. I start seeing this vision, but I can't quite make it out yet. So eventually I'm good enough. I drive home. And I lay down. And I had a vision of, I can't remember what the other one was. I'll have to look and see. But I do remember that I had closed my eyes and I looked up. And as I looked up, I saw this clear, big, demonic figure flying through the sky. Oh, as well, before that, I saw that the sky darkened. The sky was black. And there was demonic faces all in the sky. That's what I saw. I opened my eyes for a little bit. And I closed them back again. And then I saw the big demonic figure. Maybe that was telling me, maybe that was one of the angels being released in the future. I don't know. But it was like there was a bunch of small faces in the darkness. And then there was a clear, big demonic figure going through the sky. Going somewhere. It was on a destination. It wasn't just like coasting. It was heading somewhere. Maybe it was a principality in an area and it was heading to that area. I don't know. But I saw that. And then 2 nights ago, I was laying down trying to sleep. I close my eyes, and the energy shows me a bunch of laughing demonic faces again in this darkness. Every time I would close my eyes, I would see this. Eventually it stopped. And I asked God just last night. I prayed and I was like, what is this? Am I being attacked? If I'm being attacked, give me a bad dream. I literally asked God, if I'm being attacked right now, give me a bad dream. At the same time, I'm closing my eyes and I'm seeing this white energy. I talk to this energy. I said, if you are sentient, move closer to me or prove yourself to me. This energy literally started coming right up in my face, like it was surrounding me. All the way to the point to where I open my eyes and I see a big, huge, it wasn't just a blur, it was color. Like it was trying to bleed through, but I couldn't fully see it. And it said, I'm trying to show myself to you, but you can't see me yet. I don't know what that was, but it was the energy projecting into reality. Is the white energy the Holy Spirit that I literally see within myself? I don't know, but I will vouch that this energy reacted to my request. Every time I would close my eyes, I told you guys, I would start seeing these visions and these pictures. He wasn't doing this at the moment. As soon as I asked him to reveal himself to me, he like went all over my face. My entire blackness of my eyes turned white. Like he was trying to hug me. Like he just enveloped the entire area. And just looked at me and talked to me straight, like right in my face for a minute there. And for a minute there, it was all white. There was no visions. I was like, so am I just not going to have visions no more? What's up? And after that, he backed off and started going right back to the same way it was. So whatever this energy is, it's sentient. It can respond to me. There was one time, I tested it again. I asked it to change, if it could change color for me. And it did. It gave me these visions of like blue and green and yellow and just whatever color that I asked it to be. I think it's God's spirit that I literally see inside of me. The whiteness all throughout my eyes. And it's really cool. But it's scary at the same time because I see in the spirit. He shows me things. And people, it's a thing. Seeing in the spirit, trances. It's not just visions and stuff you're given. Some people from the Bible had the ability to see in the spirit. And I believe that's going to be extremely important. I'm going to start seeing things. I already have. And I'm going to share them to you guys. Whether you choose to believe me or not, that's your decision. I looked at what's the difference between a prophet and a seer. It says prophets are given, visions and stuff. Seers can actually see into the spirit. They can see what God's doing at any time. I'm not saying that's what I am. I'm never going to take that title. I was just curious on what the differences was because I didn't understand what the difference was between a seer and a prophet. So maybe somebody here didn't know either. But with that being said, there was another dream. This one's very important. But this will be the last one I share for this video because it'll probably be time. And I'm definitely going to do this one in another video by itself, because I want to have all my different visions in a collection for myself and for other people that you can easily find certain ones. Now, if it's not a vision, there might be a word. I may just like graphically create a word. I don't know yet. But I'm going to find a way to have them all where I can look at them. I'm also going to have a journal I'm keeping eventually. So I had this dream where I'm walking down the road. There's some people with me, but I don't know who they are. Maybe I haven't met them in the future. Maybe, I don't know. So I'm walking down the road, and I happen to look up into the sky. And as I look into the sky, I see like this outline. And this outline was playing like different projections almost. I don't know if it was projections or whether it was like visions, but it looked real. These outlines of Jesus and like different biblical photos. Like I saw one of him standing by himself. I saw one of him in a manger with Mary and Joseph. I believe I saw the 3 wise men as well. And I remember I was asking myself, what was this? And at first it was outlines, but then it like came in full. And that's when I started switching from the different things I just told you I saw. I asked the people I was walking with, like I said, I don't know who they were. I was like, do you guys see this? They're like, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, there's something in the sky. Nobody's seen it. So I'm like, okay. We start walking again. I'm walking. I look up in the sky again, and I see the 4 horsemen riding through the sky. And these 4 horsemen, they're like riding through the sky like this, and they turn and they start coming towards me. For some reason, I hold up my hand to them, and I said, like, stop. Under the authority of God, you cannot hurt me. To this, the horseman kind of reined, like veered up a little bit, turned around and went the other direction. And then they started going to different people. And as they were going through different people, I was helping them in various ways. Like, I remember I was like putting barriers up, trying to protect them spiritually wise, and other things like that. And then it veered off again. And I'm in a car riding with, I think, my parents. I think this was my parents. And we're riding. And I start seeing things in the sky again, as well as these horsemen trying to attack. I remember they were trying to like attack the car, and I somehow veered them off. Like I put a barrier over our car, or made us invisible or something. I don't remember exactly what happened. I remember that they were trying to attack us, and I protected the car. And then I saw these visions again in the sky. And it was weird because it was like the people were finally starting to see it. They didn't say it, but I had the thought that they were starting to see the things in the sky. And then it veers off again. And whether it's me, whether I had the point of view of somebody, I don't know. But I felt like me. I'm standing there, and I'm looking, like I'm just watching. And I start seeing blackness cover the sky. Demons all throughout the air, like I've seen it multiple times now. And fire and brimstone. I literally see like fire, like this big fireball starts to come from the sky, and it starts to come down. But I'm not scared for some reason. My mind is telling me that I know what's taking place. And I know I'm protected. And at that moment, I wake up. And so, that was very interesting. And I think I'm going to end it there for now. If I think of any other things, I'll let you guys know. But I told you guys, the testimony come to a close. But I'm still going to add things, maybe that I remember. Maybe, and through my day-to-day life, I want to have like a documentary of things that I've experienced. Because it was something. It's something. We're in the end times now, guys. It's time to start paying attention. Yeah, like I said, the ultimate goal, you guys need to repent. You need to get filled with the Holy Ghost in order to fight this stuff. Or else you're going to be led by like a little puppet on your strings, changing the things you don't want to be, being attacked by things you don't understand. You may even wake up one day with voices in your head thinking you're going crazy. But I'm warning you guys, in case it happens, you know what to expect. The different symptoms. They can't see through your mind. They can't see through your eyes. They can't read your mind. But they can throw automatic spiritual messages to make you try to talk to yourself. And when you talk to yourself, you're giving these guys the information they need to further attack you, or to react to it to make it seem like they're reading your mind. Demons can't, like I said, they can't read your mind. Satan can't read your mind. God can read your mind. That's the only one. So, just know that. If they start reacting and it makes it seem like they're reacting to your thoughts, they're reacting to this, it's these spiritual frequencies. They want you to talk to yourself so they can obtain information and use that to further attack you further. They can't actually hurt you. Well, some of them were physically affecting me, so I can't say that for sure. But for the most part, they're going to try to attack you when you're drowsy or when you're just not waking up. They're also going to play with your vision. You may see shadows in the corner of your eyes. You may start seeing delusions. And another big one is stay off the alcohol and stay off the drugs. You need to have a powerful mind to go through this stuff. And that stuff dumbs you down. Why do you think people that take drugs and other things are talking about these spiritual experiences? Because the moment you take a drug, you're breaking and you're opening gates and allowing demons to be able to enter into you or to attack you. So yeah, of course you're going to have these experiences, but they're not good. They're going to pretend to be your friend. How else is a demon or Satan going to infiltrate if they just automatically tell you they're the enemy? They're not going to do that. They're going to try to get on your good side to make you trust them, as you saw through my story. Now, whether I was truly demonically attacked, I don't know. Whether I was being tested by God, I don't know. Whether I was thrown into the fiery furnace, into the trials and tribulations that Satan's going to throw some people into, I don't know. All I know right now is that I hear a lot of things. I see a lot of things. I have a lot of dreams. And I share to you guys what he allows me to share and what I feel is important. And that's the way it's going to be. That's my life now. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I look back on it sometimes and I'm like, there's some days I wish I could go through it again with the knowledge that I have now, so I could try to better unravel these things and understand it. But then I think about it, I'm like, well, maybe nothing's really ever changed. I gained understanding. I took my authority that Christ gave me, and I don't fear these things. I still hear things sometimes threatening to hurt me. There's so many times I'm like, you're so glad we can't kill you. You're so glad we can't hurt you. And I'm like, okay, well, as soon as you said you're glad you can't, I don't care to hear you no more. Your blind threats mean nothing to me. I still get attacked in my dreams that I have to deal with. Sometimes I'm lucid and I can rebuke them. Sometimes I'm not in control of the dream. It just varies. But I'm going to end it there, guys. Remain steadfast. Remain prayed up. And just watch. Pay attention to what's going on. If you don't want to watch, follow me on Facebook. I share my visions and dreams there, as well as updates on the war and any other prophetic things that are happening throughout the world that I happen to catch, as well as revelations of the Bible that the Lord may be giving me, like the spiritual bondage. That's my theory on the matter, on why we have these automated spiritual messages sent to our head. All right, guys. God bless. Take care.